Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Greenwich Homestead. So it is a little chilly out here today, but the sun is still shining, so it's a beautiful day to work out in the garden. And it is the end of October, beginning of November. So for us here in central Missouri, central United States, it is time to plant your garlic. Garlic is one of those plants that requires a cold period for it to properly form a bulb. So you always want to get your garlic in the ground just before the winter starts, and then you leave it all winter long and then let it grow through most of the summer. For me, in my area, which is around central Missouri, the two easy markers to remember when to plant my garlic and when to harvest my garlic is Halloween and 4th of July. So around Halloween we plant the garlic, and around 4th of July we harvest. Some of the things that I have learned through the years of planting garlic is that garlic actually is one of those few plants that likes to be planted in the same spot over and over again. So if you have an established place where you put your garlic, you're probably going to have better results if you keep them there and plant them in that same spot every year. The other thing about garlic is that this is a garlic bulb. So when you have this whole piece, and most people are used to seeing this, I don't know if you can see the whole thing. This is the bulb of the garlic, or the head of the garlic. What you want to plant is the individual clove. This is one individual clove of garlic, and this is what you plant to grow your new plant from. There are two types of garlic that you can choose from. There's hardneck and there's softneck variety. Now, us here on the homestead, we prefer the hardneck variety, mainly because the hardneck variety of garlics will put off what's called a garlic scape. They will have a center stalk that grows up and puts the seed off, and that gets this nice little curlicue flower bud. And we also eat those, so we always grow the hardneck garlic. If you're trying to find the difference between a softneck and a hardneck garlic, and you really don't know and you're just buying your garlic from like a seed store, what you want to look for if you want the hardneck is when you peel all the cloves off, there's going to have this center stem. So a hardneck garlic bulb has a single line of cloves wrapped around a hard center stem piece. And a soft neck won't. When you open up a soft neck, it's just going to be a bunch of little cloves in random pattern all in there. So that's the easiest way for you to tell the difference between a hard neck and a soft neck when you're buying your seed garlic. Once you have your seed garlic, all you're going to want to do is pull apart all your cloves. Try and keep the paper on them. If it comes off, it's not the end of the world. But if you can keep the paper on them, it's going to give them a little bit extra protection layer in the soil and less chance of them rotting. So I'm going to go ahead and pull apart all of my bulbs and get our cloves ready to go, and then we'll show you how to put them in the ground. A hard time getting your cloves apart from your bulb. Another reason why I like the hardneck is you can just kind of grab this stem and then just snap it off, and then it helps loosen them just a smidge so you can pull one off. Once you got it started, it's pretty easy to go from there. Sometimes you'll have an underdeveloped head. These are the garlics that I grew in my garden last year. So like this one here, these garlic cloves are just a bit too small. I'm not going to put them in the garden to grow because they're just not going to produce as well. So this guy will come back in the house and I'll use it for cooking. One of my favorite things about planting and growing garlic is that I had about 7 heads of garlic, and these are all of the cloves that I got. Each one of these cloves will produce an entirely new head of garlic for me. This is my garlic bed, and if you remember from a previous video, I had some garlics that I had missed in the bed and they'd started to come up, so I kind of moved them off into that row. That's them right there. So we're going to start from there and work our way this way. As you can see, I've loosened the soil just a bit. You don't want to till it or turn it, just kind of break it up so it's a little easier to work with. So we're going to go ahead and start getting the cloves in the ground. So this step is very important. So once you have your garlic clove broken off like this, you're going to want to make sure that you're planting it correctly into the ground. The easiest way to remember, you have that flat spot right there. That is the root side, and this is the stem side. So your root side goes down in the ground, and you're just going to drop it in straight. Top of the garlic here should be 1 inch from the top of your soil. That is very important, because if you do it too shallow, they're going to freeze and you're going to lose your garlic. What I like to do with my garlic is lay them out to about 3 inches apart in their rows, and then I'll go back through and plant them. Once you have them laid out, then you just go through, just take the garlic with the pointy end up, and I just push it down into the soil so that it's about 1 inch deep. Definitely one of those times where you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Once you've got all of your heads in, then you just kind of go back over and spread the soil out, covering up all those little indentations that you made. That's pretty much it, guys, for planting garlic. It's really that simple and easy. The one step that I haven't done yet, because I don't actually have it, I have to go to the store and pick up some wood chips. I get pine shavings. But basically, after you're done planting it, you want to mulch them to about 2 inches of good mulch on there. You will notice as you grow your garlic that in about 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to get some green shoots come up. You've seen the ones that got left in the garden, how they've already got that green. That is fine. That's 100% normal. That has to happen. That's why you put the mulch on there, because the frost is going to come through, the snow is going to come through and kill those greens. But as long as you've got a nice deep layer of mulch, it's not going to kill it down far enough that it's going to damage your clove, and you're going to be fine. That is what the garlic needs to put off another stalk and start producing an actual bulb. So this is why you want to get it in the ground this time of year before winter comes. So again, like I said, when you see those pieces start to grow, you're fine, you're doing it just right. I hope this helped you guys. I know I see a lot of people ask questions about how to plant garlic, when to plant garlic, how long does it grow, and all that fun stuff. So I hope this gave you a little bit more information and gave you the courage needed to get some garlic in your own garden. It really is one of the more rewarding things to grow, because it's one of those vegetables or things that are super expensive at the grocery store. And it's crazy how easy it is to grow and multiply the amount of garlic that you have. Go ahead, get out there, get some garlic. If you can't find seed garlic, it's okay to pick some up from the grocery store. It's not the end of the world. They will grow, they just might take a little longer to get started. It's actually one of the more beautiful plants to grow as well. Get it in your garden. If you use garlic, this is going to be a great, great benefit to having in your kitchen garden. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and remember guys, get out there and get your hands dirty.